Hello friends, welcome to e-learning. Today we are going to continue with the simple stresses and strains, lecture number 11, factor of safety and problems on percentage elongation, percentage reduction in area. So today we are going to understand exactly what is working stress and how it helps in calculating factor of safety. So percentage elongation, nextly we are going to understand and how to calculate the percentage reduction in area. It means cross sectional area, okay, when a bar is subjected to tensile or compression loads. Now firstly we will try to understand working stress and factor of safety. So working stress is nothing but the maximum allowable stress that a material or a object will be subjected to. So this working stress, I can say, a capacity to hold or to resist the load is nothing but the ultimate stress, you can say. So similarly, how it is said to be allowable stress is the maximum allowable stress that material is subjected with is said to be, working stress. So this allowable stress is always, less than the yield stress and ultimate stress. Ultimate stress is nothing but the maximum stress which a body can resist. Okay. So these images are helpful to understand exactly what stress means. Okay, so working stress, a person is carrying a load, right? His capacity is say consider load carrying capacity is 100, or say it is an object or a material in our engineering. It is an engineering material, say consider, and that particular material is carrying some load. So that capacity of that material is, say consider 100 kgs, okay, to carry a load. But if you are applying some, say consider a load of 50 kgs, okay, still he has 50 kgs of capacity, so that is said to be the maximum load, that is 100 kg is said to be ultimate load, and that load is considered develops ultimate stress, right? So this working stress is nothing but that 50 kg, okay, that particular example, he is carrying 50 kg but his capacity is 100 kg carrying capacity, okay. So 50 kg is nothing but what, a working load or working stress developed on that particular material, okay. So that is always less, that should be always less, okay. Then only you will be coming across safety factor, what we call. If you exceed his carrying capacity, ultimate load, the carrying capacity is 100 kgs. If you again exceed that 100 kgs, say consider 110 or 101 kg also, that particular material will have failure, okay, it fails. So carrying capacity is, so it is 100 kgs and he is carrying 50 kg, it means still he has some safety factor which he can, which that body can resist, right? So this working stress is always lower than the ultimate stress, you can say, okay, or you can say yield stress. So factor of safety is given by ultimate stress by working stress. Say consider this ultimate stress is 100 kg per meter, 100 kg per meter square, okay, ultimate stress, and working stress is, say consider 50 kg per meter square. So 50 by 100 will be what, 2. So it means still 50 kgs he can take up, or that particular material can resist. So factor of safety is 2 here now. So say consider I hope you got the concept of factor of safety. So 100 divided by 50 will be 2. So say consider the factor of safety is say now ultimate stress is say 100 and working stress is 200, right? So what will be the factor of safety? 0.5, right? So it is exceeding. So it should not always, you have to consider it as, you know, it should be lesser. So working stress always it should be less. Try to maintain it less than the ultimate stress, right? So we will continue with the next topic. So percentage elongation and percentage reduction in area. So you can come across how to calculate percentage elongation of a body or a material. So here we have one image of a spring, okay, in its normal position, okay, normal state you can say. So spring it in its normal state. So now it is pulled with a tensile load, okay, stretched spring it is. So it has increased in length, correct? So now you can see the third spring here. It is compressed spring because compression load is applied and it has been compressed. So here in elongation you can see the length is more than the original length, right? Original spring is this much. It has increased in some length, right? So it is said to be elongation. So this we have studied. So this difference, whatever the elongation has taken place, is given by delta L, okay, change in length. Similarly here, this is the original length when compressed. So it has decreased. See this original, it has decreased till this, correct? So see this line. So here you can find out the decrease. So this change in length again is again given by delta L, okay? So whatever the change in increase in the length or change in decrease in the length, okay, decrement in the length. So that is given by delta L. So this capital L is given for original length. That is nothing but the original spring length here, right? So delta L divided by L, okay, into 100 because we want percentage, right? So to calculate the percentage we need to multiply with the 100, we need to multiply by 100. So it is given by percentage elongation. So next we can come across, you know, the another figure below which is given. Now here there is one image. Say consider a material which is pulled or it has a longitudinal strain, right? Tensile load is applied and tensile strain is observed, right? So increase in the length. So originally the material was this much. Say consider the dotted line which is there, right? So it was only that much. So it has increased on the left side as well as on the right side. So that is considered to be, say consider delta L. So this we will consider this change in length phi unit, okay, it may be mm, it may be centimeter, it may be inch, right? So here we will consider 10 unit of change in length, say phi here and phi on the right side. So totally it is delta L is 10. So divided by original length is 100. Say consider from this dotted line to this dotted line, the original length is 100 unit, right? So 10 change in length divided by the original length into 100 will give you how much percentage the material has increased in its length, okay? 10% increment has been observed, okay? So this is how you have to calculate percentage elongation in any object or a material. Now coming to reduction in cross sectional area. So you can observe here lateral strain, right? Lateral means across the length of the body. So lateral strain is observed. You can see the dotted line is the original cross section dimension, okay, original cross section or the thickness of the material. But after pulling this material, it has reduced its dimension, right? It has reduced in the area or cross section. So that particular area, okay, has changed. So the change in area is given by delta area A, delta A. and divided by original area into 100 will give you percentage reduction in area. Say consider the change in area is 20 unit square. Okay, that unit square, it may be millimeter square or centimeter square. Okay, so here we will take it as 20 unit square reduction in change in area, and the original area, cross sectional area, okay, cross sectional area of this bar or a object is 80 unit square. So 20 divided by 80 into 100 will give you 25% of reduction has been taken place in this particular object. Okay, so I think everybody understood it, and practice this one simple calculation, you will get to know easily. So I hope everybody understood it. For further notifications and upcoming videos, subscribe the channel. Okay, Diploma in Civil Engineering, Pratik Lohar. So thank you.